In today's video, I'm going to teach you how to set up Firebase Auth with React. By the end, you'll have authentication providers enabled in Firebase and a web app registered so you can plug Firebase Auth straight into your React project. Start by opening the Firebase console in your browser and selecting your project. This is your project's command center and we'll configure everything we need here. On the left sidebar, look for the Build section. That's where Firebase groups tools related to app development. Click Build, then choose Authentication. This is the dashboard where you'll manage providers, users, and settings for sign-in. Once you're on the authentication page, go to the Sign In Method tab. This is where you tell Firebase which ways users are allowed to sign into your app. Under Native Providers, pick the options you plan to support. Common choices are email, password, and popular federated sign-ins that appear after they're enabled. Click into a provider to enable it and save your changes. If you're just getting started, enabling email password is a quick way to test your flow. You can always come back to expand your options later, and you can turn providers on or off whenever you need. After enabling one, you'll see it listed as active, and additional providers become visible as you configure them. This page is also where you'll return if you need to tweak settings or add more sign-in methods during development. With providers configured, head back to your project's main hub by clicking Project Overview at the top of the left sidebar. Now we'll register a web application with Firebase so your React app can use the authentication SDK. On the Overview page, click Add App. Firebase supports multiple platforms, but since React runs in the browser, choose Web. This creates a web app entry in your project and prepares the config you'll need for your front end. You'll be asked for an app nickname. This is just an internal label to help you recognize this app within your Firebase project. It doesn't affect your code, and you can name it anything that helps you stay organized. After you type the nickname, click Register App to proceed. Firebase now shows you the steps to add the SDK to your project. You'll see a configuration snippet that contains identifiers for your project. Keep this tab handy. You'll copy these values when you initialize Firebase in your React code. While these identifiers are intended for public client use, it's still good practice to avoid sharing anything else from your project dashboard and to manage your environment carefully. Firebase gives you two ways to include the SDK, with a package manager or with a script tag. For a React project, using NPM is the standard approach. If you're using a typical React setup, you'll install the Firebase package, then import and initialize Firebase in your application's entry point using the config values shown. From there, you'll import the auth module and create an auth instance so your components can sign users in and out. If you're prototyping without a build system, the script tag option also works. Just include the provided scripts in your HTML and initialize Firebase in a small script block. Either route is fine. The key is to match your project's tooling and keep the config consistent with what Firebase displays here. When you're done reviewing the SDK instructions, click Continue to Console. That returns you to the Firebase dashboard with your web app registered and your authentication providers ready. At this point, your Firebase project is set up for React. Providers are enabled, your web app is registered, and you have the configuration needed to initialize the SDK. Next, in your React project, you'll tie it all together by initializing Firebase, creating your auth instance, and wiring up UI flows like sign up, sign in, and sign out using the methods provided by the Firebase Auth SDK. That's it. You've prepared Firebase authentication in the console and set the stage for seamless integration with React. Keep the authentication page bookmarked for managing providers and users, and keep your SDK config accessible as you integrate it into your code. Thanks for watching and happy building.